Ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. Welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. I'm joined here by my co-host, producer, and best friend, Mr. Trent Ludzak. And you already know when we're on the same side of the table, we got a guest. And this guest hasn't been here since episode 11, so I'm excited to have my good friend Aaron Odom back on the pod, dude. Welcome.
Dude, what's up, boys?
Yeah,
it's Aaron.
104 episodes later.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey,
That's
you know
crazy.
what? We did it. We
did
made
it.
it back to Marietta.
We did it.
I'm happy to be here.
We
did.
haven't gotten to talk about Dune on the podcast since.
I feel like we were
slip it
so
in.
all over the place on Dune, like just Dune subject matter at the very end of that last one, where it was just like, yeah, that was for nobody but us. I
Yeah.
don't know if anybody, but
We fall into that sometimes.
now,
It
but
happens.
now though, Dune Part 2 hits. In the meantime, like there's been a new movie since the last time I was on y'all's podcast.
So
Yeah.
have they talked about
And
the
did
next
you
one?
like it?
Yeah, did you like
did
it?
I like
I
it?
assume you like
It
yeah.
was fucking
because
phenomenal.
I loved
It
it.
was awesome.
It was I drove down to Savannah with a car full of guys to see an early screening at the only dual laser true IMAX
Yeah.
in this, like, on the East Coast outside of New York,
Isn't that crazy? And it's in
and then
Pooler,
drove
Georgia.
back home.
Yeah.
It's in rural Georgia,
Yeah.
and it's
No,
the
I remember.
world's tallest IMAX, just
That's
random.
insane.
And then 4-hour drive down, watch the movie, 4-hour drive back, go
Oh,
to
y'all
work the
went
next
back
morning.
afterwards?
Yeah, it was a Wednesday.
Whoa.
It might have been a Tuesday.
Man, I just saw it in lame regular IMAX twice.
I saw it in regular IMAX twice. I think I saw Dune Part 2 5 times in
Okay.
IMAX.
I only had
Or
3.
5 times total. I saw it on 70 millimeter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I saw it in 3D because I ate a gram of mushrooms.
That DIY 3D. That's
I brought
perfect.
my own glasses. Yeah.
I wear
ate
my
a gram
glasses
and was
on the
just like-
inside.
Christina was like, "You're breathing heavy." I was like, "I am fucking blasting off."
Yeah.
When they got to the black and white battle.
Oh, yeah, the infrared.
Man.
Amazing.
Infrared cameras was such a weird choice, and then when they walk with black dresses, like black gowns, and then they become white as they get into the sunlight,
Yeah.
that shit is amazing.
It's
Yeah, it was
the
a
coolest.
beautiful, like, it was a beautiful movie, and it was also nothing but action after the world building of the first one. So I was happy. I mean, you're never gonna make the books.
No.
You're never going to be like, you would need $1.5 billion to make a series that would even do a third of the novels
See,
if you included everything. I think they did a great job of just like,
Yeah.
hey, here's the story in a movie form.
And
Go.
where do we go from here, though?
Well, part 3
This is where it gets fucking weird.
is when it gets really weird.
Mm-hmm.
It gets fucking, yeah,
It's gonna be make or break.
it gets really weird, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping they do it. I hope because they only plan to do one more.
Yeah.
End it on the fucking weird note and do it right.
Yeah.
And the true fans will love it, like, outright, and then eventually everybody will come around and
Yeah.
realize that this is like they had to do it like that, and they can make it entertaining still. It's just you introduce so many new characters when you get to the second book, so they'll find a way with, like, the casting decisions they're talking about. They're talking about like Robert Pattinson might be fucking like Cytail.
Whoa.
Yeah. Having Robert Pattinson play a fucking Benny Talax, like, it's such a weird, like, it's like, okay, we're throw him in the deep end first scene, like you
But-
do in the second book, and just be in a room full of characters you've never met before.
Yeah.
And you're like, is that fucking Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
And he can change his face? What the fuck?
Yeah. I'm excited to see how they do, because there is a massive difference in where the second movie left off and the first book left
Yeah.
off, which is obviously the Chani character is not down with Paul.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest difference in that movie.
But I'm wondering how that's gonna change this next movie.
Well,
and I
they've already
assume it's
called
gonna.
it. They've already called it.
Have they?
Well, in the first movie, she'll come to understand. Like, he says that to her, like, he says that to his mom, right after Chani slaps him when he wakes up, right? So
Oh.
she'll come to understand I've seen it. So we know that she's going to come around. How they handle it, that's interesting. Because, yeah, they went way left on what that character was in the book.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean...
Which, to be fair, was, I think, just to make it more of a character.
Yeah.
Because that was not
Yeah,
a lot of a
just
character.
she was a supplicant in
Yeah.
the first book. She was a part, like, she believed in him as much
Yeah.
as everybody else did.
As
So,
crazy as all this gets, I'm glad that I got to read the books first and see it in my mind. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh,
Like I have
100%.
like in my mind
100%.
what like the face changing is like.
Yeah.
So if they fuck it up, it's
I don't see Denis ruining it. He did a good
Yeah.
job with the first two. I don't see him letting it get weird like in a bad way. I
Yeah.
think that he'll I don't think he's gonna I don't think he's like a director that gets a bunch of notes.
We're not going to do Dune
Nowadays.
Prophecy.
Yeah, no. Well, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it in some ways and hated it in other ways.
Well, of course, that show was a Brian Herbert novel of a show where it's like, okay, I just like being in the world again. This is nowhere
Yeah.
near the storytelling or the intrigue of a Dune book,
It was
like
so
a real
much,
Frank Herbert
yeah.
creation. But I liked being in the world, and I
Yeah.
also liked annoying my wife with random facts about the universe that we
Yeah.
were in while she watched it with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had
She'd be like, "No pausing today," and I'd be like, "All right, fair. Let's just walk through.
hit
Let's
you with
just
the
get
no
yeah,
pause,
because
dude.
I'll hit a pause.
I am a big
I'll
pause.
hit a pause, and he'd be like, "All right, let me break that down for you because this has got some layers to it."
Actually, I just found a pretty interesting thing on Reddit.
Yeah.
Where you hit you with the pause and read the entirety to you.
Yeah.
The
I did
group
act-
text that my wife is in. One of the main like running bits in it is how do you know your husband's not cheating on you? And it's this conversation exactly. She would send a clip of it to this group text and be like, "How do you know he's not cheating on you?" No, I'm just with my boys talking Dune heavy right now. I'll send her a picture. I'll be at a bar with Patrick playing chess, and she'll be like, "What are you doing?" And I'll take a picture, and she's just like,
That's awesome.
I never have to worry that you're cheating on me. Women are going to be running away.
all the activities you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They walk up like, what are these guys doing? Playing chess and discussing Dune? I'm
out. Yeah, done.
Fucking out, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives you a little buff.
I actually turned somebody on the show who didn't like it at all.
Okay.
Who hadn't read the books, and they were like, I just thought it was shitty and it didn't make sense with the. And then they asked me some very specific questions that I explained, and it fully brought. They were like, "Oh, it is kind of a sick show now."
Well, so maybe that'll lead him to the book.
Yeah, and that's
Like
the
or
hope.
the books. Like I mean, I always tell people, I'm like, just read the first one,
Yeah.
and then if you want to, the rest are really fun. But I'm not gonna say you have to read these thousands of pages of shit.
Yeah.
Like you would with a Game of Thrones, where it's like, yeah, you need to read all of them up until he's never going to finish them. But
Yeah, I go
Like-
the other way. I say you should read all of them.
I suggest all of them, but I'm not gonna. I'm like, all right, read one. If you like one, read two. You don't have to go any further.
Yeah,
All right. If you like two and you want to go further, you got to go to four
have to. You can't
because
stop
four
at 3.
is the either second best or best, depending on who you talk to, and depending on the day. God Emperor is an amazing book,
It's so good.
but
it's so trippy.
it is that one's.
I kept having to like
That one's a fucking-
go back over things to be like.
And then
dude,
you
was-
have
I
the
just
story
got hit
kind
with a
of.
sentence. That
this-
was
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. Oh,
I-
dude, there's a few
yeah.
Frank Herbert sentences where you're like, all right, like
Yeah.
like that's a way of describing that, I guess. I wouldn't have described his bulge. What
Yeah.
was it? His
Yeah.
what was the fucking
Ah.
oh, it was so
Just the way he described the cart that he was flying around in and stuff,
Yeah.
and just the
Yeah.
detail of that world that he built, and it's like I finished that book and was like, man, what an interesting fucking person this guy must have been to talk
yeah,
to.
no, like God Emperor was heavy. That or heady. That was like
Yeah.
it was
that was
it
going
was,
on in that guy's mind. That's fucking crazy.
And then,
Imagine trying to talk to him when he had a couple of drinks. He's like, no. And then the dude turns into a fucking worm.
Well, that's what's great about him too is you do have footage of him doing interviews and shit, and he's just he was apparently like just a crazy hippie kind of guy who would go away from his family for a little bit, like be really like he's writing right now. We can't talk to him. Like he's just in his own little fucking world. And then he would go on all these shows and just talk about like climate change and like conflict in the Middle East because of all the stuff. Like he just wrote a fantasy based off of shit that he was delving deep into on his own. He was a weird dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you couldn't be normal and write something like that. No. I feel like Michael Crichton is the normalest seeming sci-fi author I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, a lot of the best authors got weird fucking lives or like weird struggles, weird like addictions and shit. The fact that Stephen King couldn't remember that he wrote Cujo,
which is crazy.
He wrote it in a fucking fugue, like he was just blacked out.
On coke though.
Yeah.
God, it must have felt great to just be
just
clacking
away
those fucking keys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's
doing a bump every ting.
Oh, the next day you read it, it's absolute dribble.
He's typed over a page a few times. He's like, what the fuck? There's 3 letters on this. What? Hold on.
It's a fucking terrifying dog.
It's my new concept. It's a whole book on one page.
He looked at himself in the mirror on day 2 of the bender and saw the froth at the sides of his mouth and was like, you know what? Fuck this. This is about a dog now. And he changed it. It was a whole different story before he got there.
Just sitting there doing coke, barking at his typewriter. Like his wife probably was like, this motherfucker. She never saw that coming. She never saw that book blowing up. Dude, this guy wrote a whole novel about a scary dog.
Fucking that one? That one took off?
Yeah. I've been... I do how you're talking about pausing. I do that with conspiracies. Like Christina will come and be like, "Hey, have you heard this?" And I'll just hit her with like a typhoon of fucking information. Where she's like, "Okay, all right. I don't need to know about Robert Max. Okay, you're going into it. Okay, here we go."
Yeah, and in our house, it's the Italian years of lead is what has been the conversation. Most recently,
I don't even know what that means, and I'm scared to ask.
Yep.
What is that?
That was a period in the late 60s, early 70s, through the 70s in Italy where it was hard far right, hard far left, and then like 3 other parties in the middle on each side, factioning up and murdering each other and like doing car bombs and shit. And
they got Irish about it.
A lot of kidnappings, and there was also a lot of false flag type shit where they would do stuff to somebody on their side, but was one of the other parties that they didn't care that much about, and then blame it on the other guy. And that happened with it was like the hard left anti-fascists, and then the hard fascists were the 2 spectrums, and then you had the Christian Democrats who were like the central left. And then you had like the communists who weren't as bad as the farthest left. Like they were like somewhere in the middle. Even the communists were in the middle.
The communists
at that point. But it was right after Mussolini fell, and everybody was still warring for power a lot. That power vacuum that was left. So the fact that they were like killing people and in ways to blame it on the other group to enrage more people and get them on their side seems pretty appropriate for the time. So that's been what we're
seems like a playbook.
Yeah.
Seems like
almost. It's almost like everything happened before already, and we just keep doing it over and over again in different fucking languages. But yeah,
crazy. Yeah, I went in on the Mandalay Bay. That was my latest where I'm like, whoa, I'd never actually listened to the real story.
Yeah.
Like the official narrative of it.
I don't know anything besides I assume we're talking about a casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a bay. Oh, the country music. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm in on that one. That one's pretty wild.
There's a 3-part series that at the end of it you're just like, oof. good luck staying alive, dude. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit. He puts his face at the end of the video, and I was like, wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't. You just uncovered a
Yeah.
lot of things. He was showing stuff that you're like, I've never seen this footage.
Yeah.
I mean, I was one of those guys that saw some footage on the day of Reddit, like within an hour of when it happened, that I couldn't find later that night. That was way scarier footage than what I could have imagined.
Yeah, now you're like, I'm on a fucking list.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I'm on the fucking, I
Yeah.
viewed it. They
I'm
know
so-
I looked at it. Oh, no. I
And-
should have got that VPN.
And my algorithm is so
Yeah.
fucked now, dude. My algorithm is so my algorithm's so bad. Like some terrible shit happens in the news, and like somebody will in the group chat, somebody will be like, "Hey, don't click this if you're out somewhere," and I'm like,
Why would
Man.
you send that? Why would you send that to me? Of
"Man,
course
I
I'm gonna
don't
click-
need to open that. I've already got enough people accidentally electrocuting
Yeah.
themselves."
They're asking me to
I've
leave
got-
Longhorn. Of course I was going to open it.
I've got the Hall of Meat Instagram page where it's just skateboarders eating shit
Yeah.
off giant staircases
Oh,
and
no.
shit. And it's just like, yeah, I don't need any more of this in my algorithm. I gotta stop. I gotta start clicking on fucking puppy
You have
videos
to.
again.
You
Like I
have
gotta
to
do
take it
something to clean it up. My new thing is I've been watching casino content
Okay.
where it's
Me too.
guys
Just a different-
losing thousands of dollars on slot machines and live streaming it. And I put it on while I'm working, and I'll just have a 2-hour video of a dude losing his house
Oh,
playing.
Whoa.
And the thing is they're making money. Like, they're making money. They can't just keep making these videos forever.
Like the casino comped them that
But
much to make a
it's
promotion or something.
What I think it is I think that they make a certain amount of money off of the videos. They are getting comps and shit while they're at the casino because they are just pumping money into the casino, and they are losing. Like a lot of it's losing. But then every now and then they hit, and those balance the sheets a little bit, and like they got Patreons. Like it's a whole fucking YouTube
also-
ecosystem now. I've found
What
is
I've read about
casino
that
gamblers.
is they talked about it in that documentary I was watching. Also, when you do the electronic poker, the casino it's like a certain tax
Yeah.
thing, like a loophole. And then if you win certain amount of money, you get like 99 back. And there's this whole loophole of people launder money through those because the casino
casinos are a
lets it
great way to
go
launder
because
money.
they don't have to claim it on their taxes. So they're
Yeah.
like, hey,
I
you
mean-
do you, I'll do me.
I mean, founded by the mob, so
It's insane.
Exactly.
When
I mean,
just
And now we got it on our phones anytime you want.
I think that's gonna fuck
Yeah.
us. I think
It's
that's
bad.
gonna come back.
It's
to
not a
fuck us.
good thing. As someone who loves gambling, that's not a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
all instant access to betting on fucking
A
anything.
girl at my work was like, she was talking about her boyfriend that gambles, and I was like, yeah, that's a problem. And she was like, you could tell he's given her all the facts of that. He's like not a gambling addict.
Here's the thing. This leads me to the first story that
Nice.
I've got because I have two small ones. So we'll see how long they each go. And
We
if
need a
second
soundbite from
one.
when we get into it organically. That's like
It works out.
like a chime. Like,
you can put something in there. Just ready?
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
What a perfect soundbite.
What a good
just
sound.
a
No.
big fart.
It's has nothing to do with gambling at all.
All right.
I was thinking coins going into a slot
Yeah.
machine
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
No.
I was just thinking
just
fart.
ripping a fart.
Dude,
Somebody arguing about how much money they
I
lost.
know I've told Trent this, but there's a guy that opened for Primus Mono Neon, and I saw a video of him at like this hoity-toity jazz festival, and he's just up there with like a pedal that makes fart noises. Dude, it just pans to the
You get a
crowd.
fart pedal.
By the way, if you don't know who Mono Neon,
He's like dressed
Okay.
up in like
Mono Neon
neon
is a cool
colors.
guy.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was like, that is a way to get back. Damn, I derailed your story. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It
This
needs
guy
it because it's
making
going to take a
fun.
while. That's amazing.
yeah, great. And his
How do you
music.
piece all those outfits together?
I
You
think
pay somebody to
makes
do
them
it,
from
right?
quilts. I think the first one was like his grandmother's quilt on the left. There,
Okay.
that was, and then now I think people just make it for him. But like Trent said, it must be hot as fuck. on
Oh,
stage.
you've got to
Dude,
be
he played.
drenched in there.
He played outdoor in Georgia.
That thing smells like a foot.
I sweat when I breathe. I couldn't
it
imagine
smells like
like
a Discovery
performing
Weirdly, the sock is the least smelly part of it all.
Yeah.
because it's away from him.
And
It's the furthest thing away.
You take off that hoodie, you get some definite downwind.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
no, I wanted to. I wanted
He's got
to,
a shower on his rider.
I need dude wipes. I need a lot of them.
We have a package of Mando coming to you. I need you to accept that. So you gambling?
Gambling. Oh no. All right.
Oh fuck.
A little spillage. Spillage Village. Shout out Atlanta.
All right. It's not the first spill on the podcast.
Not at all. I mean, you're over 100 episodes in. There's got to be more spills. I know you guys.
Oh yeah. We've spilled a few
The
times.
worst one was when we had the funnels on the top. Remember that?
Oh,
And
yeah.
It just stayed.
Oh no.
Wait,
Yeah.
I got something. It was a little Trent's Unnamed podcast bit back in the day, where we figured out that you can get little sippy cup things
Okay.
that go over cans,
Sick.
and if you slightly modify them, it turns into a shotgunning device.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
That's
if
nice.
you
I
spill
like
it on the
that.
table, it
There you
turns
go.
into a shotgunning device.
If you spill it on the table and turn it up and it starts foaming up, it just becomes a volcano.
Yeah, it's just a big problem all of
Yeah.
a sudden. That's good. It's a good modification.
All right. So
All right.
gambling.
Gambling.
No,
All right.
spill
I'm
the
going to
fucking
tell.
drink.
We got it.
Damn it.
All right. So my bachelor party. This is
nice.
this is a story of how you should just keep throwing money at a casino
Mm-hmm.
because it will pay off
Always.
eventually. And I stand by this advice. Anybody listening, bet the house. All right. And when you're when you've bet the house and you've lost it, bet the car.
Get some
Bet
credit.
the fucking sleeping bag. Bet the box you're
This
living
is my
in.
pink slip.
You could
Sir,
do
we-
it. Because it's about, you know what this is about? This is about perseverance.
Believing in yourself.
We went to, we were going to Louisville for my bachelor party. We wanted to go do the Bourbon Trail, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a few of my buddies fly up to Cincinnati. We have a friend who lives there. We're all going to convene in Cincinnati at his house. He's got a lot of room.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to stay the night. The first night, we're going to a casino. You can go across the river to Indiana. We're hitting a casino. So that's what I want for night one. After that, we're hitting distilleries. We're hitting bars. And then we'll just see what happens from there. We got restaurant. We got like one good restaurant picked out. That's going to be the bachelor party. It's night one.
Night one is
Night
a tough
one.
casino
So it's
trip,
night
dude.
one.
How many nights? That's
Hell yeah.
a last night.
It's a 3 or 4 nighter. I think it was 3 nights.
Casino
Right.
should be third
So,
night.
well, in my
Definitely not
head,
before the
here's
night's
the thing.
dinner.
Here's the thing. I'm
If you want a tip.
very cocky when it comes to gambling because I'm up.
Okay.
Okay.
Lifetime, I'm up. So,
Oh.
and I've been to that casino before, and the last time I went to that casino was with just my buddy Dane, who lives up in Cincinnati, and him and his wife sat at a slot machine while I sat at a blackjack table, and I went up like $300 or $400 at the blackjack table over a few hours, and he went down $1,700 at the slot machine in that time.
What?
At one point, he was up
Whoa.
like over $1,000, and he kept going and was now down
Dude.
close to $2,000 at a slot machine. And I was up. I was like, I'm
And
ready
that
to
has to
leave.
be
And he's
the
like, I'm sitting here
saddest.
until I get this back. And I was like, all right. So I went back and lost some money. That's some foreshadowing.
I
So
would
here
be
we go.
Ruined, dude. $1,700.
Man.
We
would
go.
fucking ruin
We all meet. It's like
And
it's
also-
like my childhood best friends, my brother, a few guys from Atlanta, some comic. We get up there, and we drove right. So we drove from Atlanta to Cincinnati. It's like 5.5, 6.5 hours, something like that. We get there, literally like take a piss, drink a beer. We're going to the casino. Everybody had their flights had landed. It all worked out perfectly.
Mhm.
We hit the casino, and I told everybody beforehand, because I'm wanting to do this in a group setting where it's like, hey, everybody take your fucking debit card out of your wallet right now and leave it on the counter, because we're not hitting ATMs when we go to this fucking casino. All right, what you bring is what you're risking. That's how you. Cause I've lost.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's never been a lot.
Yeah.
Right. So I brought $400 with me. That was all of my casino money for the weekend. I was like, hey, if I lose it, that's going to really fucking suck because that's my drinking money. But I'm willing to risk that $400. I lost that $400 so fucking fast.
Now you're Ubering back to the hotel.
Dude. It was so bad. We went.
What time
We
you get
walk
off?
into this casino. Now this is a casino.
I gotta go get my debit
This
card.
is a casino in northern Indiana. All right.
I'll hit you on
This
Venmo,
isn't.
bro. Get me an
This is
Uber.
not the Strip. This isn't fucking MGM. This isn't Caesars. There's nothing nice about this place. All right. I did see a comic in a side room doing a set
But
to
that's-
nobody.
yeah.
Like a couple people in wheelchairs.
Oh. And so
And
they didn't
I
want
was
to be
like,
there.
what
They
the-
were
there was somebody
wheeled
doing
there.
Taylor Swift covers.
That's
on
a
a bigger
trap
stage.
soul, dude. That guy's dead inside.
It's bad. It's a bad time.
So it's a freestanding building. This is not on a river.
Yeah. This is its own like German architecture. It looks like it should be in Helen, Georgia.
Okay.
Like casino, big casino.
Yeah, because when I think
And it's called
casino,
Hollywood
I
too.
think
It's the
German.
Hollywood Casino.
Oh God. Let's get some eyes.
I
on
want
this
to get
thing.
some eyes.
Oh yeah,
on this.
pull it up. The Hollywood Casino, something Indiana. It should be
How
the only
dark
one.
is that? Just a guy in a
It's-
side room doing a set to a couple of crippled people.
Dude, it's fucking
Couple old
insane.
People.
Like it, but so
This place.
that looks nicer. That looks way nicer. Maybe I went into the side entrance. Hold on. Hollywood Casino.
Indiana.
Type in Indiana, yeah, because like that's a big.
Jesus.
There we go.
There we go.
That should be it.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. That is it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks exactly like Helen, Georgia.
Try
That's great.
Try getting an Uber at 3 a.m. at the Hollywood Casino in Lawrenceville, Indiana, wherever the fuck that is, Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Lawrenceburg is so
It's
much.
impossible. We almost like we were like trying to talk. We were looking for an XL. We're trying to talk people into letting somebody be in the trunk. Like there's nobody to drive us, and we're wasted. Like what? We're trapped here. We're like seeing if we can get comps, and they're like, no, you can't. And even then,
Look,
it's like
you only
I
gave
know
us
these rooms are empty. What the
$400.
fuck is going on? So
I'm gonna get my buddy riding the
well, we
truck.
got there. We walked into that casino, and the low minimum blackjack table was like 3 or 4 people at it, and there was not another open table. And I was like, we want all the boys to sit down and play. So we kind of just like walked around looking for games. And then my brother sat down at like a higher limit, like $30 minimum hand blackjack table, which I was like, fuck that. I'm not getting near that.
Yeah.
And then instantly went up like $600.
Yeah.
So he's riding high. I'm like, all right, finally, we got this. We got seats at the table. We all sit down. Lose. Like everybody's losing money. At a certain point, certain guys start making money. Like two out of the 4, or like some more people would sit down. And it would be, oh yeah, like there'll be a table win here and there. I'm losing. I am not winning any fucking money. Like
Just getting
I hit one
crushed.
blackjack in like 3 hours. Like I'm running as cold as possible. And I'm like, fuck, this is the best odds of any of the games here, and I like playing blackjack. Just lost it all. Leaned over to my buddy and went, hey, can I borrow $100? He's like, you pay me back when we get home? And I was like, yeah, I got you. Hands me $100. Lost it. Fucking lost it. Like within 10 minutes, that 200's gone.
Like
Right?
as few hands as possible.
Yeah. No, just threw it. Like I gotta gain. I gotta get back.
demoralizing.
Nope, lost it. So I'm like, hey man, give me another $100. He's like, dude,
That's the devil on your shoulder.
you're gonna pay me. You're the one who made everybody leave their debit cards at home. And I'm like, yeah, and I don't have it on me, so give me another $100. I know you got 100 on you. Let me have it. Does he pay me back? And I'm like, yes, I'll pay you back when we get home. I got you.
You know where I'm staying.
Exactly. I'm at your house. Okay, you could find me. You could steal some of my shit out of my suitcase and try and get your money
Oh,
back. You can do
man.
something. I get up from the blackjack table and thank fucking Christ that I did. Because I walked over to the craps table and I turned that $100 into so much money. I'd never played craps before. All right, they're all still sitting. All my bachelor party, all my fucking guys are at a table having fun together. They start winning. I walk away, the table's got luck again. All right, they're all winning. They're doing fine, except for one of them. We'll get to that.
God wanted you to play craps that night.
He wanted me to play craps. I walked over to the craps table. There's 2 people at this craps table, right? One of them, this guy's got the section of like they have the chip holders that are in rows, in front of you, and it's 2 rows, and they're like a foot long, right?
He's got
3 of those. He's got 6 rows, like the 2, like 3 sets of 2.
Whoa!
All $25 green chips.
Jesus.
He's got some money in front of him, but just all in greens. And I love a superstitious motherfucker in a casino, right? Because he's like, only pay me out in greens. Like, at greens lucky, I'm doing that. Then there's a lady who, she's got some money in front of her, but she's not being superstitious yet. I've learned her superstition as we go on.
Okay.
And I don't know what I'm doing. So I get a spot by the dealer, and I'm like, hey, I don't know how to play craps, so I'm going to be asking a lot of questions. And she's like, it's cool. I'll tell you what to do. So I knew enough to go bet the pass line if I want to throw the dice, and then put money on numbers and hope a 7 doesn't fucking come out.
I didn't even know that.
That's how.
Dude,
that's
so
what I knew.
Intimidating, and they're always like craps tables. That's the perfect table.
I
there's
will
only 2
never.
people.
I will never not play craps.
There's
in
usually
a casino
like
now.
9 people. Everybody's betting. Everybody's screaming, and I don't
the
understand
energy
it. I'm
is
like, get me the
insane.
fuck
When you're
away from
winning,
this.
people are losing their minds. It's like your football team is
everybody's
fucking
betting
winning the
on
Super
you
Bowl.
rolling.
It's fun as well. When it's bad, the energy's bad.
Yeah,
But
dude,
it's abysmal when it's
I'm
bad.
sure there's not a lot
Goddamn.
of things darker than a bad craps
yeah.
table.
Dude, I mean, I watched it, and it made me so anxious watching this girl roll. I was like, "There's no fucking
So
way."
I walked over with $100 and a half a clue at what to do, and with them 2 rolling, all of a sudden I'm up like $300. Like, I'm pressing bets. I learned how to press. I was like, all right, like, okay, how much is it across? What's the minimum I can just press every number? Oh, it's going to take $56 to add money to every number.
Yeah.
Every time I won more than $60, I would throw it out there and do that, and then I'd collect a few times. I ended up with like $1,100 in front of me from $100. But I didn't know that I was allowed to pull my money back that was on the table. I didn't know you could turn your bets off. I just thought you bet it, and then if it's 7,
stakes are crazy.
Yeah. But I made sure to pull money back as I was went. Like, so I won money, and then all of a sudden that rolls over. And these are like, I've watched people gamble online since then to learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
So like after I won money, I was like, I want to figure this out, and it's so rare to go on like a god roll where you're just never rolling a 7 for like 30 rolls in a row. This fucking guy and this lady, they were like 20 and 30 minute long rolls. There's 3 of us at the table. It's not like people are taking time making bets. Everything's going really quick, and it's 20 rolls before a 7. It's 30 something. I think the girl got to 45 rolls on one of those, and I just stacked cash. And then at a certain point, I had 100 on like every number. I had like 1,000. I had probably over 1,000 out.
Let me clue you in, Trent. As you're watching craps, it's like everybody's speaking a different language.
Yeah, I have
It's crazy.
I'm
dude.
already
You're
so.
dropping chips and getting chips thrown
insane.
back to you.
I
and,
know
like,
so
dealers are
little
calling
about
shit
craps
out.
that this story I'm barely holding
It
on
feels
to.
like I felt like a dog like watching a tennis ball before. Like
It's-
I was.
It's a lot. But the thing is like I was the perfect scenario. It's like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
at a casino in the middle of nowhere. There's 2 people who obviously know what they're doing, and then I'm the asshole slowing things down. But I'm not fucking up. So until I roll, and then I'm rolling 7s,
Oh my
I'm
God.
fucking up. But like they're setting their dice with like the certain numbers. They have a technique on how they're grabbing them and flicking them. They're like they've worked it out, and I'm just like, fucking. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Like I'm saying shit I heard on movies.
You're like looking for a prostitute to blow on them.
Exactly. They're like, please stop taking those
Sir,
outside of the
please
table.
stop saying, Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, like I'm coming up with shit, anything. So like I'm losing. So eventually I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna like pass on my roll. I'm gonna. And as is happening, like my friends are starting to slowly migrate over because they see I'm just standing there at this table for a while, and I look like I'm winning. So they walk over, and I'm like, everybody, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Nobody come over here and join this game because I'm finally up. Like I'm finally doing fine. All right, I lost 400. I owe Dane 200. I've got money, and then I had to piss so bad. I keep ordering drinks because they're free, and I'm just tipping with like $5 chips that I've got in front of me. I stood at that table for like 3 hours probably, and I turned that 100. At one point, I turned that 100 in like a couple grand. Lost a lot back because I didn't know I couldn't. I had to pull my bets down at a certain point.
That sucks.
Didn't know that was an
bad,
option.
dude.
And then by the end of it, I think the last time I lost out, I had like $800 from the 100. So I paid. I was like, Dane, how much I owe you? And he's like, 200. I was like, here, you go cash that out. I'm not paying taxes on that. Fuck you. And then and then my cousin owed him money too. And I was like, how much do you owe him? And he's like, $50. And I'm like, here's his fucking debt. Here's that. We're all going home up or even. We're good. Right?
This guy was loan sharking at the
Nice.
casino.
So we go.
That's crazy.
So
No,
that
not
was
even
night
charging
one.
interest. What a
That
nice
was,
guy.
that was night
Big.
one. Night two, we go to a distillery or two. We go to bars. We found this sick ass bar in Louisville that was like, of course they're gonna have good bourbon. It's Louisville, but this is a dive bar pool hall, outskirts of the downtown area, a block from where we were fucking staying. We bought this, like we got this little cheap Airbnb that just happened to have a neighborhood pool hall next to it.
Nice.
That is nice.
$30 glasses of like bourbon you can never find anywhere. Pulled pork, grilled cheeses,
Nice.
Okay.
and a bunch of pool tables. What more do you need?
Yeah.
So we spent night two after distilleries just there shooting pool. All of a sudden it's night three. What's everybody want to do? It's a bachelor party. They want to find a strip club.
Yeah.
Of course. And Louisville is.
That's what I was just thinking. A Louisville strip
Damn.
club.
And here's the thing.
You're like, that's the horse from the race.
We live.
I won money on that one
We
earlier.
live in Atlanta. I'm not looking for best in show at fucking in Louisville. We got strippers at home. Get me back to the casino.
I think that's midnight.
I got 2 takers. Out of the 9
Yeah.
guys, 2 dudes were like, I'm down to go to the casino again. All right. I took $200 out of my winnings that I had left over and said, this is the only money for tonight. Me, my cousin, and Patrick Dalton, Atlanta comic, shout out, walk into Caesars, Southern Indiana.
You need to wear a fucking whoop
This is the
strap when
most
you go to
gaudy-
these to see your up and down on your blood pressure.
Dude, it is
Oh God.
it is disgusting.
It looks.
Oh.
It looks evil.
So we go in
It looks
there.
like they fuck kids in there.
We go in there. They
Allegedly.
probably do. They probably do. So
Depends on,
we walk in there, and the first thing we see is a minimum bet blackjack table. It's like $10 a hand. So it's like, all right, perfect. We sit down. I brought that $200. I lost $40 in the first 4 hands and went, fuck this, finding the craps table. So we go walk, look for an open spot at a craps table. They got a crapless table, so now you can bet 2 through 12, right? So in craps, it's 4 through 10.
Yeah.
If you roll a 2, 3, 11, or 12, it doesn't mean anything except for side bets, unless you're.
I want to play that
There's
game
rules.
that all the Asians play.
So that's
What is
baccarat.
Yeah, Burt Bacharach.
Yeah.
Baccarat.
Yeah, they play baccarat.
Put a real Midwestern thing on that. Baccarat.
And yeah, I say it like tobacco. But no, so I lost $40 instantly, and I was like, fuck this, craps. So we find, all right, this is crapless now. Now you make money on these numbers. So I do the dumbest bet possible, which is bet on the numbers that are the least likely to fall, but pay the most if you do hit them.
Wow.
So I put all my money on the extremes of the board and start hitting. And I'm like, all right, what the fuck? I told my cousin, because he watched me win all that money the night before, and he ended the night down. So he was like, I was like, just do everything I do. We're either going to lose together or we're going to make money.
You should have been like, do the opposite so at least one of us makes money.
No. He did what I did, and we
thought.
both fucking hit big. Now, this whole time, we're like, where's Pat? Patrick said he was going to take a piss and come like join us, and he's been gone. We've been over here for like an hour and a half, 2 hours at this point, and we rode to the casino late in the night. We had already been out all night before we went to the casino.
Man.
So I was like, fuck this, we're up.
Man.
I'm up like another like $700 or $800. I might have been pushing $1,000 at this point.
Damn.
And we start walking away from the table. My cousin's up like $600-700. If he was up 700, I had to have been up 9. And then we run into Patrick, and he's like, "What the fuck? I thought we were gonna play crap." So we already played. We're already up. We're leaving. Like we've got our money. He's like, "Man, everybody fucking won money this weekend, but I hadn't won any money. And y'all just go play craps and win like a motherfucker, and we're gonna leave." And I was like, "All right, fine. I'm gonna go piss now. Go stand by all the craps table, and the one that has the best vibe, where people are having fun at, claim a spot, and I'll find you after I piss." Walk back out. He's at a table with one guy, and this guy's upset. This is not the vibe that I described wanting you to be at when we got back. This is exactly the opposite. Turns out all the tables that everybody's having a good time at, they're full.
Yeah.
All right. But now it's 2 a.m. Thank you, sir. And now it's 2 a.m. And I want to play so we can leave. I just want to win him some money so we can leave. This is not a minimum of like $15, $10 a number. It's a 25 table. It's the only one with spots open. Proceed to lose. I lost like $600 like that. Patrick lost a bunch of money.
Oh, damn.
My cousin lost most of his winnings.
Sucks.
We all lost. Patrick's the only one who went home negative on that entire weekend.
That fucking sucks.
We got back home and just went to bed mad and woke up the next morning to drive people to the airport. Just like, yep.
Oh.
What'd y'all end up doing? Oh, y'all got in the hot tub? That was probably, we got rinsed ourselves, actually.
That would be, losing money. Being
Found ourselves
hungover.
in some hot water last
Yeah.
night, too.
But I will say, walked away from that weekend up with exactly enough money to pay for the fucking the inn hotel room on the square me and Madison got married in. So the bachelor party gambling paid for the 2 nights in downtown Savannah in like a historic inn right next to where we got married. I walked in and she was like, how was the bachelor party? Like, did you lose all your money? And I just fucking slung down hundreds on the table and was just like, here's the fucking hotel money. Let's go.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I like when you gamble. And I'm like, this is going to be bad.
Yeah,
Hey, I will ruin us. One day I will ruin us.
Yeah.
If you encourage me, we got to be careful.
I think they call that foreshadowing.
Exactly. Exactly. I say, no, this could go very south. This could go southern Indiana. That's how south it could go.
Southern Indiana, dude.
Dude, this might make it to Florida.
It could get dark. It could get sad. Dude, the amount of oxygen tanks in there just sitting at slot machines for hours.
Dude,
in Depends.
I went on a cruise ship, and I was down there with a bunch of friends, and we had taken mushrooms on the ship that night. Had a good time. They're like, let's go to the casino. And we were partying, everybody's having a good time. And then everybody's like, I'm going to go up to bed. And I'm like, I'm still kind of going, I'm going to stay down here. And, dude, I sat at the bar and started looking around this casino on a cruise ship.
Oh, it'll freak you out.
Oh, I got so sad.
Dude, Vegas.
I just started looking at all these
I've only
people.
gone to Vegas one time, and it was just downtown old Vegas. It wasn't the Strip at all.
Oh, you were on like Fremont Street?
I was on Fremont.
Boy, there's some darkness.
Fremont's
And,
a crazy
dude.
place.
Like, it's like people with people with their kids, like people with like 7-year-olds, and they're just following their parents going into casinos that are filled with cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
And also
Core
street
memory.
performers who are just like tits out, like posing for pictures.
Yeah.
Like I saw like a little kid just standing open mouth, looking at like a woman's ass in a thong while she stands in her designated circle that she can panhandle from.
Yeah. The
Like
the hooker flyers.
Yeah, a ton of hooker flyers.
Fremont Street is where a child will see for the first time titties that they didn't actually want to see.
Yeah.
Like, that's where children learn that.
Yeah, where the titties aren't just for sustenance.
Like,
sometimes they're for grossing you out.
Sometimes you're like, ooh, that's a rough pair.
Sometimes they're for searing into your memory for the next
They're for
35.
ruining the next few titties you see.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to see titties without being reminded of the titties you saw against your will.
Go back in time and look at
tits.
a 12-year-old Keegan and be like, bro, let me tell you, there's tits
They're not
you
all
don't want to
winners.
see.
Yeah.
They're not all winners.
He's just looking at me like, impossible. I want to see all of them. You're like, I'm assure you, you don't. You can't unsee some tits. That's a fact.
Jimmy Max is the open mic that I've seen the most unwarranted, not great tits at.
Dude, well, who's pulling their tits out at Jimmy Max?
That's a wild spot.
Not a lot of ladies, but the type of lady that it is exclusively has gross tits. Dude, a lady pulled her pussy out at that open mic one time.
Skirt or shorts?
Skirt.
Okay. Well, she
right.
had a skirt on. Jimmy
That's
Max.
easier
We
to get
saw
to.
that.
If
Yeah,
somebody
we saw
slid
that.
the shorts to the
That's
side,
what I
that's
was
such a
thinking.
crazy move.
Dude, that's a mic where a guy stabbed himself for being dumb.
Yeah.
Not
I heard
even,
about that guy stabbing himself.
Yeah.
The switchblade that wasn't.
Yeah, it was just
double action.
It was an out the front blade. No, I think it was. He was just dumb and drunk.
Well, no, it was like a single action, and he had to like pull a thing back to retract the blade. But you push it in after you pull that thing. He skipped a step and just jammed it into his leg. Yeah, I heard about this.
Crazy. The worst mic I've ever been to.
The realization of while somebody's bombing on stage for like 5 people that you just severely slashed your.
Oh yeah, you Ricky Bobbied yourself.
And be like, I'm gonna die on the
You
floor.
got to
at
cut
Jimmy
around
Max.
the meat
Oh,
to get it out.
God. And what a disgusting place to have an open wound.
But at least it was his blade, you know.
Yeah.
You could get stabbed by somebody else's knife.
Yeah, but
Who
if
knows where that's been.
you're bringing a knife to Jimmy Max, probably not a clean knife.
So, what was what? This lady just pulled her pussy out? Like she get on stage and do it?
No.
She heckled with her pussy.
It might have been the same
That's
lady.
a good heckle. That's a really good heckle.
It was, I
You're
think,
like, man,
yeah.
I don't even know.
I'm imagining that scene from Waiting with the bush that's got like Cheetos in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like one.
That's definitely not a shaved pussy or a trim pussy, dude. That thing has a little toilet paper on it.
It's got this tiny little square, like a dad who nicked himself shaving. But it's not shaved. Who knows why it's there? It's
No.
just in there.
No, it was like, dude,
Definitely.
that mic, there was like one seat where the problematic women would always sit. And it was.
The problematic women section.
Yeah.
You know.
It was when you were on the stage, and by stage, obviously, I mean the dance floor that exists in between the tall chairs
Yeah.
and the pool room.
That sucks, dude. When you're on the ground floor and people are in tall chairs.
Not just in tall chairs, your backdrop is people playing pool.
Oh yeah. Nothing like motion and loud clacking.
Yep, directly behind you.
We had a show in Savannah that had a pool. It was a room of pool, but it wasn't behind you. But it was directly to the audience's left, and you could just see it while you're on stage the whole time. This whole room of people who could not give a fuck that you were doing stand up.
So it was just like 7 tables. So it was just break. But I did like that because that's when you knew you were killing.
If the people stopped playing pool to listen, you
When
were
you were
crushing.
killing, you were crushing.
Yeah.
If you looked up and everybody's standing
No,
there.
every
with their
now
pool
and then,
sticks,
every now and then, you're like, "Oh, this is
on
sick." But dude, when it was rough, it was rough.
dude, it'd be dead silent, and then you'd hear somebody go back to the game. You're like, God damn, kill me
Yep,
now.
lost
dude.
him. Damn it, lost him again.
Yeah, and you were down in a basement, dude.
Yeah.
So bombing for some reason, bombing in a
Bombing in a
basement.
basement's hard, dude. You're trapped down there.
And there was nowhere to go. Like you couldn't like go hang out in the crowd away from everybody. So you would bomb and then just go sit.
I've been to
next
that. I've bombed at that bar before.
Yeah. We did a Over the Limit there. They got out of control.
Over the Limit was a fun show.
And my cousin,
dude, I forgot about Over the Limit.
My cousin was the one who got out of control. I remember the other comics were like, that fucking lady in the front row is heckling. She's fucking wasted. I like looked around. I was like, God damn it, that's Brandy. Like on stage, it's like, you can't be heckling the comedians, dude.
I hurt myself at Over the Limit in Savannah when you did it at Wormhole.
Oh, yeah. Well, you thought it was a competition.
Well, I
kept
mean, I was
Aaron,
headlining.
you don't have to have the
I was
highest
closing
score.
the show, and I wasn't going to have a lower number than anybody.
Yeah.
I've had more time to drink.
Aaron kept coming up and going, what they blow? And I'm like, you don't have to beat the score.
Right.
Like, you do not have to beat the score.
I'm competitive.
That was the one that we did at Totally Awesome Bar was it Gabe? I think Gabe got up after his set and somebody was on stage. It was Nate and Gerard were on stage and he just projectile vomited into a trash can behind them on stage. So like they're doing their set and he just stumbled up on stage. It was just like,
That's fucking
it was
that's
absolute.
amazing.
I remember watching that and was like, we've orchestrated. I think we're liable. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is crazy.
Yeah, insurance on that show is crazy.
Oh, I was like, the people have to sign something now.
Yeah.
That was the show where I was like, this is getting too out of control. When
What's
people are
bad
throwing
is
up on
like
stage,
I was really fucked up when I did the Over the Limit at Wormhole, and I think I was more fucked up when I got to open for Stanhope there, because I tried to catch up to Doug Stanhope.
no, that's like trying to catch up to Michael Jordan.
You just, when you're around him, you're like, oh yeah, I'll have another one. Yeah, no, you're having another
That's
one.
a shaman,
Let me do that.
dude. That's
And
man, take you to the
dude,
murky
I
waters.
repeated a punchline. I was so fucked up. I was, and like the thing, like luckily it's his crowd, so I was like, I want you guys to understand that I was trying to keep up with them,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, like
Yeah.
That is a good crowd.
we
At
expect
Wormhole,
that.
good
We're
crowd,
expecting
good
this,
crowd.
but I'm like, God damn, this is bad. This is really fucking bad. I don't care how good I do. I just repeated a fucking entire joke. So like the whole second half of a joke, I forgot
Dude,
I told it.
repeating a whole joke is
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
No, it was literally the second, like a 2 minute section of a joke.
Oh no!
I just
so
repeated
much.
it.
And then
And
it'd be
Just
like, that
repeat it.
didn't
Took a
hit.
sip. My brain reset like a goldfish, and I just started it over.
To at no point of 2 minutes realize that I've already said this.
Oh, I realized it at a certain point and was like, well, I got to get to the end of the sentence. It would be
Such
weird
a-
if I stopped re-saying it again now.
That's such a bad drunk decision.
Oh, dude, I was wasted. And like, that you want to talk about self-loathing the next morning? I was just like,
Oh yeah.
oh, what did I do? What the fuck did I do?
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that drunk anxiety. I did the Wormhole show, and a friend of mine had ketamine, and I got into a little bit of ketamine. I was like, I'll be fine. Boy, oh boy.
Not a pre-stage drug.
Let me tell you, I was in the Uber and looked at the girl that I was with and went, I have made a mistake. And she said that was the last sentence she could understand me say.
You're on stage just
I
mumbling.
mean, dude, I remember walking in there and all the comics came up and they were like, what is the order? And I was like, of what? And they're like, tonight. And
the
I was
show
just
you're
like,
running.
Stop. And they were like, what? And I was like, dude, stop. I didn't know two of the
Oh,
comics
that's
on the list.
fantastic.
And they were like, asking me, like, are we going to do breathalyzer? And I just remember sitting in this corner and being like, this was a mistake, dude. And that was the drive home. The Colin Juvie's like, we didn't really talk the next morning, and we're just driving. And then the first thing he says, he's like, I think we should, like, maybe quit doing this.
Maybe.
I was like, yeah,
Who
it's
knows?
getting pretty
That,
out
that
of
was the end
control.
of it.
Yeah, that was.
You're
No,
like-
we did one or two shows after that. We did another show that was really good after
Yeah.
that, where it was like, oh no, this is a good idea.
That was a fun concept. It was a very fun guy, but it could just get out of hand so fast.
The one that got scary was we were in Charleston, and the whole concept of people who haven't ever heard it was that you had to blow into a breathalyzer. When you got on stage, you had to be over the legal limit to tell jokes. If you weren't, the crowd would boo you to the bar. You would take a shot, and then you get back up and do your set. And one time we did it in Charleston, a dude blew a .28, and he hadn't had a beer. Like he came in and didn't drink, and when he sat down, I was like, "Hey man, let me get you a drink," and he's like, oh, no, I've been on the water. And I was like, nah, you know, they'll boo you. And he's like, no, I assure you, I'm fine.
I've been on the water.
Yeah, he was like and dude, he got up and killed it. But he blew a .28.
When he rolled in with that kind of confidence,
I was like,
at that level of fucked up, it was gonna be good.
I remember just being like, he's gonna fucking die, dude. I didn't even really. I was sitting in the back, like couldn't even enjoy his set. I was just like, that's dangerous.
He's gonna die on stage.
Yeah, like I gotta get out of here. Like, thank you, everyone. You'll never catch Trent Ludwig. Like, fuck. That was when I was like, this is getting out of control.
I would have loved to have done that show. Bring it back for the Shed one.
That was
I
fun.
would
I
come
miss
out
a
of
good
retirement.
concept show.
I would come out of retirement for that.
Bro, do it at the Shed one time.
That would be so fun. I think we could do a drunk sober high at the Shed. That would rip.
I did a drunk sober high in Athens Sunday
Such
night.
a fun show.
I did that one, and that was I'd never been in the room before. It's a little like upstairs of a bar in downtown Athens at the Globe.
Oh yeah, the Globe.
And yeah, dude, that was a good time. But
what team were you?
I was on Team Drunk, but like this was different from every drunk sober high I've been on. You just know what everybody is. Like everybody just like, oh, this is somebody on Team High.
Yeah.
You were supposed to have the audience guess. And I was like, I've been drinking since 1 p.m. and it is fucking 10.
And I'm on the
when
high
I go on
team.
stage. I'm like, no, like I'm
team
fucking
all
hammered
three.
right now. God damn it. Yeah, like I was just like, but so they did a bad job of hiding it, but it was a fun show. It was a fun time
That
still.
is fun.
But
I like having to hide.
I hadn't done one in a while. I hadn't done like any concept show. We used to have a lot of concept shows in Atlanta.
I watched Chris is lame eat a bag of chips on stage and on Team High. He's fucking just.
By the way, I feel
Just
like
crunching.
I would be hard to guess on that. Just
Yeah.
my sober delivery could come off drunk or high, whichever you're thinking initially.
The thing is like Team High is actually like a big handicap for me because I don't get stoned before I go on stage. And like that, there's been like 2 times I did. Like in the early days, like 8 years ago, like in Savannah,
Yeah.
you
I've seen
watched me.
it.
You watched me go up on an open mic and just read Gucci Mane lyrics in the cadence of jokes. I would just do them in the cadence of like all right, blah, 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 blah.
That's fun.
And then like nobody likes it except the dudes I just smoked with. And then
I was about to say that's when you're doing it for the circle you just.
I was like,
So
yeah,
now
yeah,
the audience
for
can
the
tell-
good of everyone, I need to stop smoking weed before going on stage at all.
Now the whole audience knows who the entire high team is because they're watching them be the only people
They
left.
laugh.
Dude,
Yeah, they
the
get
Team
anything
High
out of
is-
it.
Is always dying. I was Team Drunk one time and I showed up and everybody else had like 2 beers.
They would
And
put
I
me on
was
Team Sober to fuck with me.
fucking mad. I like showed up and was like, I was like, hey, y'all ready? And everybody's like, Jesus Christ. I was like, I'm not Team Drunk. Like, what the fuck? No one else is drunk yet? I was like, this is bullshit. Yeah, theme shows are fun. The best show is Ian Neighbors. The grilled cheese show.
Yo, Sweet
That's
Baby
the-
Cheeses was great.
I don't even
dude.
know what the hell
It
is
was
that.
Sweet Baby Cheeses.
The audience got grilled cheeses during the
That
show.
was it. They
that
just
was the
ripped
concept.
unlimited grilled cheeses.
Yeah, they just had people on like on flat tops over there just making grilled cheeses
That's a
all
good show.
And whenever we would get hammered and eat grilled cheeses and have like smoke a bunch of weed outside.
at Relapse.
dude. Yeah, Relapse was
and
the
Ian
best.
had to spend $25 on materials.
They
Exactly.
they had Derailed back in the day at Relapse, which was where they would fuck with you while you were on stage. Somebody got hair trimmers to the back of their head. I got shocked with one of those electric fly swatters the whole time I was on stage. I just couldn't look behind me, and they would just shock me every now and then with it.
I always wondered how that show, like, I feel like somebody would have complained.
There were some crazy ones.
Yeah,
there
like,
were some pretty. I think somebody got tackled one year. Like it turned into a fight on stage at one point because they like whatever happened.
I derailed you. It's like you kicked me in the balls, dude. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
no, it got
you.
like a few of those got out of hand quick.
You just
but that was
tasered me.
a hilarious show.
That wasn't fun. I forgot about that, man.
Yeah, there were like we used to have a few. We used to have a few different ones, and like they used to be like There used to be mics that would have some weird shit during them too, where it was just like, all right, here, like, draw something out of a hat, do whatever. There's still a little bit of that.
Corey brought it up at our last live show. We did a live show at the Shed, and we ended up passing the mic around the crowd of like a couple of the comics that were there. And Corey was like, y'all should do like a Kill Tony. He's like, where y'all draw out of a bucket of people who have stories of like just bringing different people. Like Max had a story, Sham had a story.
Or you could electrocute them while they
or
perform.
tase the shit out of them and shoot them with paintball guns and don't
pepper spray people.
Tell everybody in the room except the one person you're about to just shoot.
A paintball gun would be fun.
Dude, I fucking
there's only one ball in it. There's only one single paintball in it. And whoever in the audience is the person to sit with the gun taped under their table is the one who gets to decide when they shoot that paintball. And everybody gets to perform and wonder if they're gonna get shot by that one paintball.
Dude.
And if you get shot, you have to leave the room.
Oh yeah, no, you're leaving.
Yeah.
I liked who had the light up show where everybody had the touch lights on their table. And
Damn, I don't know about that one. I remember
they would, if you started bombing.
Well, what was the room where they would
up.
shake keys at you? There was a room where they would shake keys at you in town. God damn it, what the fuck?
They had
was
light up like the little touch lights, and if a majority of people touched their light on, you had to get off stage. So like you'd be sitting there and you start losing the room. You're like, no, don't stop, don't.
Hey,
do that.
turn that off. Turn that off. What the fuck?
Stop.
Yeah,
I'm getting to the end.
I did a gong show early in comedy, like within my first 2 years.
Oh, where they just hit a gong in the middle of
where there's just a gong in the middle of the table, dude, and it takes 2 gongs to get off. You get
it
hit.
Takes me at least 2.
Dude, you're doing your set.
Like, gross.
If you're doing your set and somebody hits a gong,
Yeah.
it's the most derailing sound that could happen. Possibly.
Oh yeah, it's cartoonish.
And then you have to do better than you were pre-gong.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
good luck.
And I got crushed. I got screwed out of that competition because 2 children, like their parents sent them over, and one kid just hit it, and then he handed them out to his brother, and his brother hit it. Like they were just kids who wanted to hit the gong.
Hey,
I would immediately start doing.
If I was a
best
kid, I'd
Asian
wanna-
accent as soon as the gong hit. It's like a Manchurian candidate, dude. I just got activated, dude.
I didn't win this competition. I don't want a career.
Somebody hits the gong, you start speaking Mandarin like John Cena.
dude, John Cena speaking Mandarin was
I
crazy
can't
when
get
I
over
first
that.
saw it.
I can never
because like
unsee
the
that.
accent is so on point.
If you showed me
It's
today, I'd be
weird
like,
coming
that's
out of his
AI.
head,
He
dude. It's
practiced.
so weird coming out of his head.
What if that was the first AI and they just didn't tell us?
Well, they would have nailed it early.
Yeah.
Because I got the Trump mouth wrong the other day. I was at
Dude, how
work.
crazy
I was
is
at
it?
work talking to the old guys, like, look at his mouth, dude. There's something weird about it. Nah, man. I'm just slowly trying to feed conspiracy into all the work,
Yeah.
like all the they get in the break
Just
room.
pausing the reality and being like, hey, you want to know something crazy?
It was like, no, look at it.
It
Watch.
was insane.
Tell me
though.
something's wrong.
Where I'm like, why? Why would they even do that?
His mouth, he had Bell's palsy, dude. It was drooping.
Oh.
Because the 9/11 memorial, they didn't do anything to his mouth, and the one side was drooped.
That's crazy.
So like it's like they're just like we've got so many people post filters on every picture now that we're used to seeing filtered faces all the time. And like that's where the AI is going to get weird, where it's not like a completely artificial thing where it's augmented. And you're like, because like these deep fakes that people are doing now, you don't know that it's a deep fake. Like it takes a second for you to
I
realize
saw
that
a
something's
video
off about
of
it.
a guy, and he's at the bottom of the screen, and it's a girl, and that's what is being projected, and it's his motions. He's raising his hand, he's like moving his lips, and it's a and I'm like, bro, that's gonna get people.
Dude, the shit's getting scary. Like
'Cause I've
it's
heard of-
weird.
A couple of people, and then I went on a Reddit dive of people that have been super horny, and they start talking to somebody, and they send them dick pics because they get super horned up, and then they send you your whole friend list, and they're like, "Yo, unless you hit my
sending it
Venmo,
to everybody.
damn, dude."
Unless you give me like a K, 2K.
That's where you double down and send them a picture of your asshole. And just
Yeah,
go,
send
"Go
them this
ahead."
too. Yeah, make sure they get this one first.
I'll fucking tag everyone right now, dude. I got nothing.
I'll make
for
it my
you.
Facebook cover photo for as long as it lasts.
On the
Just
bright
me
side,
goat-seeing everyone.
On the bright side, it is closer to the podcast singularity, as I like to call it,
Yeah.
which is when anything that I actually say into a microphone in this room can be plausibly denied as AI,
100%.
which means free speech is fully returned.
Yeah. No, that was a robot that said that.
Yeah.
I didn't at all.
I've never said the Ed word once.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I like when they do the lip reading.
Yeah, the bad lip
Oh, I
reading, or
love
like
that.
John Boy when he's
Oh.
reading the lips for baseball arguments.
funny.
Those are
I
my
love that.
favorite.
It's the
I like
best.
when he's actually I like the bad lip reading shit, but when somebody's actually like doing what they're saying, and I'm like, oh, thank God
Yeah.
for John Boy. I don't know if y'all have done a deep dive on him, but man,
No idea.
every manager in the MLB versus umpire argument, there's a clip of him going, no, that's fucking bullshit. And you know it is, Jerry. You know it is. You've been, but you know what? And they start kicking the dirt at the other guy's shoes, or like it's fantastic.
That was my favorite thing about the Braves. Go out and get thrown out. I was always about
Dude, that was in high school. I would do that. So
the
I
best.
umpired baseball in high school, but like for younger kids, right? So I was like 15 and I was umpiring like 10 and under, 12 and under. But all the guys that I worked with like did high school games and tournaments and shit like that. So me and my buddies would go to like high school softball and baseball games and just go to get kicked out. Because I knew the guys who were umpiring, and I would just get under. I knew it would get under their skin.
Yeah.
I would do heckles for umpires.
Oh my
Nice.
God, dude, heckling
And,
your
like-
friend that's umpiring
Oh
a
yeah,
10-year-old
being
baseball
a
game.
nuisance. It was so fun. Well,
Blue's fucking blind.
yeah. Hey, Blue, if you had one more
Round
eye,
the
you'd be a
whole crowd up
goddamn
against-
Cyclops.
You start a riot at a 10-year-old baseball
You're like, I
game.
think this guy's kid's on the other team.
Yeah.
I don't even have a kid.
I'm
Dude.
pretty sure they paid him. I saw them hand that guy $20 earlier.
You want to talk about learning at an early age that parent doesn't mean you're an adult? Umpiring little kids fucking baseball and softball. I was a 15-year-old and I had like 40-year-olds in my face fucking screaming at me.
Yeah.
Like it was insanity. They had the other fun thing was
Just the lowest stakes
dude,
baseball.
kids' names, because you have their parents and like their family cheering for them as they walk up. There was a little girl whose name was Labia,
No.
and I had to make sure I heard it right. I was the home plate umpire, and I hear somebody behind me.
You say that again.
I had somebody behind me going, "You go, Labia, you got him.
Oh my God.
No, you got it."
You just walk over and you go.
And I was like, hold on, what? And then, like, I waited. The next time the fucking lineup came around and she was batting, I was like, her name is Labia.
she's going to get crushed in 6th grade
That's
sex ed.
insane to me.
She's
Yeah.
going to get crushed in sex ed.
Dude, I had to. I
Yeah,
had
but
to
she
kick-
might be the best fast pitch
kicking
softball
adults
player
off the
ever.
kicking adults off a field as a 15-year-old, you can't give me that kind of power.
That must feel
You
great.
can't give me that, dude. I was fucking tossing people. I
Oh
was doing
my
the hand
God.
motions. That was the
Cut
best.
the
That was the best
down,
part.
baby.
The best part about umpiring
Get
was
him outta
one.
here.
There were two. All right, here's a few great things about umpiring. One, you get to come up with your noises because you don't have to say strike. You can just make a noise. Listen,
Labia.
because people are going, huh,
Yeah.
hit, bit, yeah. They're just making sounds.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fun.
So I
Doing
was going
finger guns.
Mine was, and that was the other thing. It's the motion, right? Because you're counting on your fingers, and you have motions for outs and shit, right? So I would be behind the plate.
Love it.
And
That's fun, dude.
then you can do the chainsaw.
Yeah.
You need to crank the chainsaw. You got the catch.
Yeah.
Where you're catching the out. I almost punched a kid in the head one time doing the chainsaw.
He's
It was a
wearing a
play at
helmet.
second base, and I had to run over there to see the tag, and he tagged him, and I was too into it, and I came inches from a kid's head doing the chainsaw. I was fucking hype.
Dude, what happens if the umpire punches a kid?
Like knocks a kid out cold. You're
I think their team wins. I think you just have to call a ball game and run away. They're
You got to get to the next county.
I mean,
I
I
used
saw
to
people's dads get
umpire.
arrested.
I umpired with a guy who had half an arm on one side, and then he had just like the thumb and pinky on his right hand.
so he couldn't even count.
He was a lineman, right? And a little like pot transformer on a power line blew up on him.
Whoa.
And his son went on to win the World Series with the Astros. So, like, he's good. And also funny, one of the naturally funniest dudes I've ever met in my life. I was 15. I'd be smoking cigarettes with this dude outside of the ballpark. And he could not give a fuck. This guy did not have a single fuck to give at all. And if he did have it, like, he couldn't get to it with the thumb and pinky. Like, he couldn't grab a hold of
They're
that
hard to
fuck
grab
in the first place. So
sucks so bad, your thumb and pinky.
but he could catch a baseball and he could throw it with it, right? So he was good. Like, he could get to 2 outs, and then, hey, it's already a fucking ball there. There was no meat in his palm. It was just round. So this dude was fucking hilarious. I wound up behind him in line at a grocery store. I was just at the food line buying like fucking tenderloin to grill out that night. It's like something.
Yeah.
And I wind up behind Kenny. And I see him, but he doesn't see me. And I'm like, I want to see this interaction. Because I've seen him around people, like in a social setting. You know, we're at a ballpark. We're the umpires. People are going to talk to us.
You've
know
never
some
seen
people
him
there.
with service industry.
So he's checking out, and he pays in cash for his groceries. Which, as a dude with 2 fingers
Hard
to
to
your
do.
name,
Yeah.
hilarious. Right?
It's the only more
Pays in cash.
the only less convenient thing would be if he insisted on checks.
This is a man who, like, pull out pack of cigarettes, take his, like, pinch it to his chest with his nub on one side, get his cigarette out, light it with his little fucking 2 fingers, and then I watched, like, a group of, like, mothers walked by and go, you know those things will kill you? And he goes, so will women drinking, but I ain't gonna quit them either.
Dude,
And I'm just like, this guy rules. I'm 15.
Yeah.
This guy's my hero. This is amazing. I watched this guy pay in cash for his groceries, and there was a lot of change. It's like 87 cents. Like, you know, there's different denomination of coin going on here in this number. And I see the person, like, take it and go to do their normal motion of just reach out and drop change. And then they realize, because he reaches out a ball of flesh.
Use my strong hand.
Yes, just a ball of flesh. And then the girl started to balance it like a stack. She did her best. She
had
made
no
it,
idea what
she
to
made
do.
it into a stack. She starts to balance it, and he goes, I'm just fucking with you, and just takes his thumb and pinky and pulls out his shirt pocket. And it's like, drop it in there. Like, we're good. And I'm like, that rules. Hey, Kenny, it's me. I'm back here.
Yeah,
like
like
what the fuck?
Like she's making a little rock sculpture on the side of a
Yeah,
stream.
exactly. She's marking her place for the hike back, but it's just on his, like, fucking nub.
Oh my god.
It was
that's so
amazing.
funny.
It was so fucking funny to me. Like, yeah, the dudes who umpire for a living in small town South Georgia.
Yeah. And pranking people with a disability is fun.
That's
always fun.
yeah, being the guy with
Yeah,
the
that's
disability.
what I'm saying,
It's
'cause
Johnny Knoxville with the 3-legged dog throwing its leg for
nobody
fetch.
knows how to respond
Yeah.
to that. Like, nobody.
That's why the best guy right now on the internet is that dude who speaks to a computer in a wheelchair who just is in Walmart being like,
yeah.
my mom drugs me.
Yeah, that dude
She
is
drugs
so
me
funny.
to keep me a vegetable is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. That is so fucking fun. Like,
Yeah, he's going around, he's like,
I've been doing
me.
stand-up comedy for 10 years, and there's never been anything I love more than writing and telling jokes. I'm never going to be as funny as that fucking kid in a wheelchair going, she drugs me. She drugs me to keep me a vegetable. That is so fucking funny. It's insane.
I would be so embarrassed.
And is it to the point where, like, the local Walmart employees all know him?
They
So they're all
have
just
to.
like, so they're all
It's
just
not like
like,
he's not
"Ah,
recognizable."
Gary." Yeah.
It's just, but oh man, like it's just torturing your mom.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. You have to find something. You have to find some fun in that.
It's amazing.
Playing some fun. I mean, that is the best prank that you could play.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit's great. That